안녕하세요. 저는 야나 할롭코바예요. 저는 체코 대리대사예요. 한국의 서울에 지금 1년 반 동안 살고 있어요. 서울에 사는 것 재미있어요. 힘들어요. 저는 행복해요. 한국 문화, 전통 문화를 매우 좋아해요. 저는 작가, 이거 한국에 대한 책을 쓰고 싶어요. 사진 작가, 제 친구와 사진도 많이 찍어요. 우리 책이 아름다웠으면 좋겠어요. 요가 시간 있으면 한국을 조금 여행하고 있어요. 한국말을 조금만 공부했어요. 그래서 지금부터 영어로 말할게요. So a little bit Korean language. Sorry for any mistakes. Trying my best.
Você provazi.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, I would like to use this opportunity, first of all, to thank to the Asan Institute for this nice invitation to introduce our country, the Czech Republic, and also the bilateral relations that we are having between our countries. It is a very nice opportunity for me to have a chance to talk about our country and also to use it to invite you to visit our place. Just in case if you haven't been there yet, please include it in your future travel plans for holidays. So many Korean tourists are visiting the Czech Republic already now, so I hope you will be among them as well in the future. First of all, I would like to give a short brief history background about our country and then to talk about our relationship with Korea and our current and future projects. The Czech Republic is a relatively small country located in the center of Europe, so we often call it the heart of Europe. It has about 10 million inhabitants and our capital Prague or Praha, 1,200,000 inhabitants. So compared to Seoul, practically Seoul's population, it's like our whole country. Our history dates back to prehistoric time. The archaeologists were able to find the first traces of human life about 2.5 million years ago. And also we have a very important object that was discovered by the archaeologists, the Venus of Viestonice. It is a lovely statue made from ceramics of a naked lady. That's why Venus. And Viestonice is the place where it was found. And it is the oldest ever found ceramics in the world. That's why it's very important. It dates back to about 29,000 BC. And until this discovery, the archaeologists believed that the Paleolithic persons were not able to produce ceramics. So this was an important discovery. Our territory was settled by different tribes since 5th century BC by Celts and Germanic tribes, and in 6th century Slavic tribes came. We are Slavic people, so we have the same roots, like, for example, people from Poland, from Slovakia, Russia, from Slovenia, and our language is a little bit similar as well. The first very important state on our territory was Great Moravia, Moravia Magna, founded 833. It was a powerful, important state, which was practically on the territory of today Czech, Slovaks, and Hungarian lands, and it was going along the river Morava. That's why Great Morava, the name of the state. It was followed by other states later on, the Principality of Bohemia and the Kingdom of Bohemia. And I would like to mention one very important personality in our history from this Middle Age period, and that was King Charles IV. He was born 14th of May, 1316. So 2016 we will be celebrating 700 years from his birth, and it will be really a big celebration in our country. So as I mentioned, if you have any travel plans to go to Europe, please include the Czech Republic also on this occasion, because there are so many happenings planned. We will have many exhibitions going on. Some films are being shot right now. There will be special theatrical shows. Prague Castle administration is preparing the original night tournaments, which is really a nice experience because knights are wearing historical costumes and they are doing combats like in Middle Age period. At that time for fame, victory, and for heart of some beautiful lady. Today it's more for tourists, but of course it's like a trip back to history, and I think it's very exciting and adventurous as well to watch it. Charles IV was a very important personality in our history. He was born in Prague and he studied in France. He was a diligent student and a very clever ruler. During his time, Prague was the seat not only of Bohemian Kingdom, but since Charles was the head of Holy Roman Empire, it was European political, trade, and cultural capital, really a very important center. So during this time, a new district of Prague was built, the so-called New Town, which can be visited today, also the famous Charles Bridge. This Gothic bridge is today very popular among tourists. We say that once you visit our capital, you have to walk through it, otherwise you haven't been really to our country and to our capital. So walking through the bridge is a must. It's also beautiful because you can see the panorama of the river and Prague Castle, very nice place to shoot photos. And there are many artists coming to introduce their arts as well. So a nice place to pass by. There is also a scene depicting martyr John Nepomuceno, who was thrown down from this bridge to the river. If you touch it, it will bring you good luck, and they say you will come back again. So if you go there, don't forget to touch that spot. It's very shiny, golded, so you can't miss it. Very easy to find. Everybody's touching that picture. Charles IV had also a very nice summer residence. It's called Karlstein. That is a castle located not far from Prague in the middle of green woods, very beautiful place, also popular among tourists. It was his summer residence and also the place to hide crown jewels and treasures. And there is a very nice chapel, Chapel of Holy Cross. Its walls are decorated by real gems and golded. So really a nice place to visit. We have a legend connected to this castle. It says that women were not allowed to enter because Charles wanted to dedicate himself to political affairs and also to religious matters, and he didn't want to be disturbed. So his wife, she was missing him, and she disguised herself as a man to be able to enter because she couldn't wait for him. But she was discovered. But of course he loved her, so she was pardoned and it has a happy end. And there is also a very nice movie shot according to this legend called The Night on Karlstein, which is a kind of musical film made in the Czech Republic. Charles IV was very progressive ruler, so I would say maybe we could also remember him same as the King Sejong the Great in Korea, somebody who did a lot for the development of the country. So Charles has really a very great importance for us, and if you have a time, please come to join the celebrations. On that 700 years anniversary, also processions in historical costumes will be going through the streets of several cities. I think it's a very nice opportunity to go back in the history, to travel not only to Europe, but travel in time as well. Later on, the Bohemian Kingdom became part of Austrian monarchy, and since 1867 we were part of Austro-Hungarian monarchy. At that time, Slovaks were part of Hungarian Empire, and during World War I, this inspired also the movement for autonomy or independence. As I mentioned, Czechs and Slovaks have the same roots. We are Slavic people, Slavic nations, so our language is very similar, our culture is very similar. So at the end of World War I, a new state, Czechoslovakia, was declared. That was on 28th of October 1918. Czechoslovakia was a democratic and very well-developed state between World War I and World War II. It was one of the most industrialized countries in Europe. After World War II, Czechoslovakia joined the socialist bloc since 1948 until 1989. So-called Velvet Revolution in November 89 finished this period, and we joined again the democratic group of states. And since January 1993, it is divided into two countries, the Czech Republic and the Slovak Republic. So we have also two embassies here in the Republic of Korea. And for us, the Czech Republic is feeling itself as the successor of Czechoslovakia. We keep the same national day, and we keep also the same national flag. And next year, we will be celebrating 25th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations with the Republic of Korea. So 25, that's a nice number. So there will be many events happening here in Korea, as well as in Prague and Czech Republic, organized by the Korean Embassy. So we are planning, for example, to open an exhibition of historical Czech glass in the National Museum, and organize some other exhibitions of photographs from the Czech Republic. Korean people like trekking, so I think they will enjoy it, and you can have a picnic in the ruins and feel the romantic atmosphere of Middle Age period. Or the later on castles, which are more like palaces, you can visit them as type of a museum. They are beautifully decorated. Usually they have nice collections of paintings, furniture, and also they are placed for wedding ceremonies, some of them. So if you are planning a wedding ceremony and thinking about having it abroad, the Czech Republic could be also your destination. Of course, it's very romantic to have a wedding in a castle and take pictures in some beautiful halls and in the garden and have a nice honeymoon after that. So castles for sure are one of the places to be visited. And also another place I'd like to recommend are our spas. We have several cities rich in mineral springs, in mineral water, coming deep down from the earth. It contains different kinds of minerals. So each spring is good for different disease. One spring is good for stomach ache, one spring for lung. But it is also fun just to drink it because the taste is so different than the normal water. And spa towns are usually from 18th, 19th century, so their architecture is also wonderful. You can just walk through and admire the facades of the buildings. You can try this mineral water or taste spa waffles. It's a special kind of biscuit with round shape, little bit sweet, and I know it's very popular among Koreans who have tasted it. So also spa towns are usually cultural centers because so many patients and tourists visit them. So during summertime there are many concerts and theatrical shows going on. So you can have like a nice 2 days, 3 days program and enjoy just for fun. Usually sick people stay for 3 weeks. They drink this mineral water 3 times a day, morning, noon, and evening, and they have to walk to make it really work in the body. So there is a special, beautiful colonnade in each spa, the place for this walking, and they combine this treatment with massage and different kind of other procedures, which can be also tried just for fun by tourists. We have also other historical towns, not only Praha. Some of them are included in UNESCO World Heritage List. I know in Korea, Český Krumlov is quite popular, a city in southern part of Bohemia. It has also a nice castle and a river, so historic panorama, romantic place. We have many old monasteries, churches, and also nice places for just walking, trekking, mountains with lakes. So really a lot of places to visit, not just the capital. So I hope you will consider it for your holidays in future for a longer period, if I can recommend. And also from the cultural point of view, we have every year several festivals going on, usually about 30 festivals in the period between May and September when the weather is nice. And these festivals are introducing folkloric culture. As you can see, I am wearing today also one traditional dress. Czech Republic consists of 3 parts. In the western part it's Bohemia, where also our capital Prague is located, and then Eastern Moravia and Silesia more north. This dress is from southern Moravia. Actually, I think those regions in south of Moravia are the richest in folkloric tradition, and their dresses are the most beautiful ones. And this one is for festivities and wedding. Although for weddings there's also another one just white, but I like colors, so I chose this one with colorful skirt. And if you visit some festival, you can see a lot of dancing performances and singing. You can see people wearing different kind of these folkloric costumes. And many festivals are international, so there are groups from different countries taking part. And you can also enjoy culture from other countries. Cities usually organize local markets with some traditional goods which can be bought, or you can also taste some food, even those that are not anymore popular today, but they used to be very popular in the history. So these traditional markets during the festivals try to bring back even culinary traditions. So it's really a nice experience. And just a short time ago, we had also Korean group participating at 2 festivals, now in August in Liptal and Šumperk from Korea Culture Association. So I was very happy that also Korean dancing and hanbok was introduced during these festivals. Some festivals are also during winter time, usually big balls, when really dancers from different kind of regions come to dance the whole evening. So many different kind of costumes can be seen. So even winter time is a good time to come. For example, Christmas or New Year, to witness some traditions and to take part in some winter balls for those who like music and dance. I have mentioned already one important Czech personality, the King Charles IV. I was asked to choose 2 per each country, per Czech Republic and Korea. Actually, it's not easy to just choose 2 personalities, because I think every country has so many important persons in its history, in the current life, those who did something for the development of this country and the whole world. But I chose symbolically Charles IV because of his upcoming anniversary and because it was really a very important ruler in our history. And the second person is a writer. His name is Karel Čapek. Maybe you might have heard his name because some of his works were translated into Korean language as well. He lived at the beginning of the 20th century, and he was not only a writer but also a very talented photographer. He wrote many books and also theatrical pieces, and one of them, very famous one, which was also produced by some theater companies in Korea, is called RUR, which means Rozum's Universal Robots. And I'm sure you know the word robot, but most probably you don't know that it comes from my country. Few people know that. Actually, it was Karel Čapek who invented it, or to be fair, it was his brother who suggested him to use this name for artificial beings. And it comes from Czech word robota, which is like too much work, like working hard, almost like a slave. So this piece, RUR, is very interesting, and actually why I chose Karel Čapek, because I think that many of the ideas which can be found in his books and artworks are actual even today. And RUR is talking about the danger of too much development of technology and artificial beings. In this story, they become too powerful, they start to kill people, and in one moment, they don't know anymore how to reproduce themselves. So they realize they still need some human that they could continue their existence. So there is one human left, and they asked him for help. But at the end, the new prototype of robots coming is different. They have feelings, they can feel love. So the humanity, in a way, is saved and continues for the future. And I think this message is very important for our life even today. And I think you followed up, for example, the visit of Pope Francesco to Korea some time ago, and he was talking about this a lot as well, that sometimes our life is too materialistic, too much thinking about profit and about money, and we forget friendship, we forget good relations to others, and I think this is really very important. Friendship and love is always more important than some financial gain. And my own credo in my life is that our life is short. We never know how long we are going to live, and we should try to live the best for us and for the others as well, and try to do good and positive for ourselves, for our friends, for everybody around us, the society and the world. And I think it's not necessary to make problems and some negative things in our life. We should try to be this way. And this message comes from Karel Čapek. He died 1938, but as you see, still very actual even today. And his second work I would like to mention is White Sickness. It's also a drama. White because the sickness in this story appeared on human bodies like a white spot. And this work has an anti-war message, peace message. The story is about a state which is preparing for war. It is dominated by a dictator, and suddenly a new sickness appears. And nobody knows the cure, only one doctor, but he's helping only to simple, poor people. There is, for example, one scene, an owner of a factory comes, and he offers him a lot of money and treasures to be cured. And the doctor asks him only one thing: stop producing weapons in your factory. But the man says, I cannot, because this is part of a whole process. This is part of a machinery. I cannot do it. Even the dictator in the story gets sick. So I think this peace message is also very important even today. Of course, Karel Čapek wrote it before World War II. It was already the moment of preparations and worries among people, but I think also a message very important in our life. And besides that, Karel Čapek was really a nice writer. Just reading his books, it's very joyful. I hope you have a chance to read it in Korean or in English. And not only Karel Čapek, we have many really nice writers from different periods. Usually now it's popular to translate writers of 20th century, but even 19th century period, there are some great names. So if possible, I would like to encourage your interest. Even our country is very small, and I know usually people read more books from those big nations, but Czech literature is very rich, and if you have a chance, I will be happy if you read some of our writers' works.